113 pounds. Representing Premier Martial Arts, he has a professional record of 1 win, no losses. This is Chase Eastman.
Referee J.J. Ferraro in charge of this bout between Sijin Kuran and Chase Eastman.
The little guys, straw weights.
And this match is officially underway. 115 pounders.
When's the last time you weighed 115 pounds, Todd?
Oh, probably when I was 3 years old.
I was thinking maybe 5th grade, I think, for me.
But with that lighter weight comes a lot of speed. We're going to have to keep a close eye on the action with this one. These guys move at a lightning pace.
Here's a little trivia fact for you, Todd. I weigh more than the two of them combined.
Are you proud of that?
No, absolutely not. I'm ashamed.
All muscle, correct?
I'm ashamed. No, I actually have 0% muscle. I'm the only person I know 100% body fat. Eastman digging out with that jab. Oh, Sijin lands. He connects with a big right hand. It stumbled Eastman.
Eastman backing up now.
Comes back with another.
Eastman now has Sijin head in the choke.
I think Sijin may have had him hurt and maybe waited a little bit too long to go at him. Gave him a chance to recover, and now his neck's in trouble here.
Sijin let Eastman off the hook, and Eastman now is about to finish now with a guillotine. Can he finish this position?
Good job by Sijin to get in that teepee. See if he can relieve some of that pressure.
Eastman working hard for this choke. Will he finish it, or will he burn his arms out?
The hands look like they're coming apart here, but
both these fighters with a wrestling background.
Sijin gives the thumbs up to J.J. Ferraro. And Eastman lets go of the choke. Now Sijin on top in the closed guard.
Sijin survives. Let's see what he can do from on top now.
Yeah, I think Sijin really had him hurt with that punch. And as Eastman kind of wobbled back, Sijin delayed a little bit before he rushed in. And Eastman was able to get his wits about him and grab onto that neck. If he'd been a little more quick to follow up, I think we might have a fight that's over already.
Eastman wall walks back to his feet now. Once again, going to the well again and looking for that guillotine choke.
Yeah, Sijin digging for that double leg and is not taking care of his neck. And there's a high elbow guillotine. This is deep.
Can Eastman finish this choke? Sijin in trouble now. And now Eastman lands in side control position.
Uses it to take him down. That's effective, I guess. It's not a traditional takedown, but it's like grabbing a bull by the horns and turning his head until he goes down. Now Eastman into a side control.
Now Eastman enjoying top position. Let's see if he can do some damage on Sijin.
Good job recovering guard and sweeping.
Oh, modified butterfly sweep there by Sijin. Back and forth action between these 215-pounders. Our first pro bout of the evening here at Fury Fighting Championship.
Good elbow from Kuran on top.
Eastman now with an open guard.
Elbows from the bottom. We talked about punching from the bottom and maybe the ineffectiveness of that. Sometimes those elbows, those short elbows, can be very effective from bottom.
Right, good point there made, AJ. I mean, the elbows are a whole nother ball game there. Doesn't matter where they come.
Can't use them.
Right, it doesn't matter where they come from. I mean, those things are dangerous. You're always at risk anytime you get hit from an elbow, no matter from top or bottom.
And even if it doesn't hurt you, it can cut you. I mean, that's a dangerous weapon. Sijin doing a good job controlling from the top. Not really doing a lot of damage, but keeping Eastman's shoulders to the mat.
Eastman desperately looking for his openings for an attack.
Oh, good job pushing those legs aside and passing by Kuran. And now he's to the back. Hooks in. Oh, nope. Good job by Eastman of turning into that. And now he's on top in Kuran's guard. And he lands elbows from the top. Big elbows.
Excellent work there by Eastman. Those short, choppy elbows.
Kuran controlling that posture. Looking to probably throw up a triangle. Foot on the hip. And there's the attempt.
Eastman says him and his coaches watched a lot of video on Sijin. Says he sees a lot of holes in Sijin's game, but Sijin's looking good from the bottom now. Several submission attempts here to end the round. Armbar now triangle. Can Sijin finish it with final seconds left?
I think he's going to survive this. Good elbows, though, from the bottom.
Strong finish there by the Dirty Aladdin, Sijin Kuran.
That's a really tough round to score.
Both fighters having their moments in that round. A lot of back and forth actions between the two. Kuran able to finish, having Eastman trapped in a triangle position. Couldn't quite finish it, but made him pay for it with a couple of elbows to finish off the round. Kuran also opened the round up with a strong right hand that stunned Eastman.
Yeah, I may go 10-9 Kuran in that round. That's a really tough round to call because that guillotine was close a couple times. But I feel like the more damaging blows were landed by Sijin. But again, that's one of those rounds where I wouldn't argue a judge scoring it the other way. A very close round, tough to score.
Interesting to see how these two fighters will respond here in the second round. Referee J.J. Ferraro makes the second round official. And let's see what these two have to offer here in round number 2. Eastman now fighting out of the southpaw stance.
Thought Sijin ducked in for a takedown, but decided not to go for it. Oh, big right hand, looping right hand, flush on the chin of Eastman.
Eastman opting to go back to orthodox stance right after that right hand.
Good call. I want to get that hand up too, that lead hand. Put it on your chin.
Sijin just chopping away with those leg kicks and strikes.
Maybe an ill-advised high kick there. Didn't get high enough, and now Sijin's looking for that guillotine. He jumps on him, pulls guard, and Eastman might be in trouble now.
Can Sijin finish the guillotine choke?
A little more difficult with the arm in than the guillotine that Eastman had on Kuran, and yeah, Sijin
good
bails
defense.
on it.
Defense there by Eastman. Now he finds himself with his back against the cage, and Kuran looking for a takedown now. Nice single leg finish there by Kuran. Two wrestlers going at it.
I find it's a little easier to defend that guillotine, at least when you're standing, when the arm is in. And that was a good job by Eastman making sure he didn't go to the ground there.
Eastman now looking for the openings for a Kimura lock.
Elbows to the body by Sijin. Yeah, he's locked in on that arm. Todd, this is where, you know, I like to wear board shorts instead of the tights, because if someone's Kimura-ing me, I like to grab onto my own shorts and use that and hold on to it. These tights, it's harder to do that.
Interesting point. It's a matter of preference. Some fighters prefer the board shorts, some prefer the spandex.
Sijin's got a head and arm choke here. If he can get that leg pass through and get over to this side.
Sijin now threatening Eastman with a head and arm choke. As you were saying, he's not on the proper side just yet.
Getting that knee across into a mount, and there he is on the right side, and this could be it.
Kuran sticking with this choke.
Eastman, good job defending. I don't know how long that'll last, though. He doesn't have a real deep grip under that knee.
Eastman making space.
Sijin lets go of it. Good job by Eastman to defend. It's a really bad position he was in, and he was able to survive it. Good shots to the body by Sijin here. And now he's back to mount.
This is Kuran's third fight this year. Says he fought a little bit over a month ago since he's been staying in shape. So you see his cardio advantage right now, just staying active. Braining for the punches now from that mount position. Slips off, and now we see Eastman on top now. Another change of events.
It's a dangerous thing when you start throwing those punches from when you're on the back before you put the hooks in. And you see him just kind of slide around and roll over, and now he's on his back in the position he didn't want to be in here.
Let's see what Eastman can do now from the top position. See if he can score some points now. Make Sijin pay for that mistake. He's got that sneaky elbow that he's looking for.
Yeah, Sijin's doing a good job, I think, of keeping far off to one side where an elbow is least likely to do real damage. When your head's in the middle, that's when those elbows are going to hurt.
Eastman now threatening with a heel hook attempt.
Sijin roll, roll, roll.
Dangerous position now.
And now he's lost a foot. He's still wrapped up in that leg, so it's still not totally clear, but his hands are off of it, and that's got to feel good for Sijin.
Sijin now looking for an opening to attack Eastman's foot, or actually just to post on it to defend.
And now Easton's foot stuck in the spandex. We talked about just that.
It was karma.
Settling into a guard here.
Easton scrambles to a top position, scrambles out of that foot attack attempt.
Sijin is one of these guys who he's just very relentless when he gets on top. He doesn't throw big hammering blows, but he's always making you work when he's on top of you. And sometimes that's enough. It's sort of Clay Guida-ish, where the big damage isn't being done, but he's constantly pressing, constantly on you.
Sijin's a seasoned competitor with his wrestling background, an amateur background.
Ton of amateur fights.
He's got over 10 mixed martial arts bouts under his belt. So he's an experienced competitor. He knows what he's doing out there.
A couple good short elbows. And I think he did enough to win this round as well, Toddy. I think he's up 2-0 going into the third round.
We have the end of the second round, and we're going to see a third round between these two 115-pounders.
And Easton's corner is going to have to work on a cut. Looks like on his nose.
It's going to be interesting to see what Easton's corner advises him to do in this last round. You have to think that they're telling him he's down by 2 rounds. He needs something big in this round to secure the victory.
Well, if he believes what you said at the beginning, that he's also a seasoned wrestler but feels he has an advantage striking, now would be the time to use that. He's going to need to throw some big damaging blows here and try to finish this fight.
No doubt about it. Easton has goals that he wants to be the best strawweight in the world. And if he has aspirations to prove that, no better opportunity than right now when you're down by 2 rounds. Calling for the big comeback now for Easton if he plans on walking away with a victory here.
I think Joanna Jędrzejczyk is still the best 115er in the world. She's going to be tough to beat for anybody. Third and final. See if Sijin can keep that gas pedal down. He's done a good job kind of controlling this fight with pace.
Will Sijin sit on his lead or he go for broke?
Yeah, that cut we were talking about is not on the nose. It's just below the eye, real close to the nose.
Not as bad of a cut after they've got a little bit of work on it. Body kick there by Sijin. Oh, spinning back kick to the chest. Sijin taking risks now, feeling very comfortable in there, like he has this match in complete control.
It's always an interesting philosophy. Some people, when they get in control, they want to sit on that lead. Sijin feels like it's a time to loosen up a little bit, and now Easton's onto his back. And Sijin may be in trouble here.
Easton now scored the takedown, looking to take the back control. Can he finish with a rear naked choke and secure a comeback victory?
One hook in right now. Now 2 hooks.
Wow, Easton now on him like super glue.
Doesn't have a seatbelt yet. He doesn't have an overarm just yet.
Might see Easton transition to mount here if he loses the back mount. Go back and forth from back to full mount.
Easton's going to look to slide that right arm. Now he's got the left arm on top. You need a top arm and a bottom arm. And he had double unders for a while. Now he's got a choking arm. Sijin peels it off.
Easton putting the pressure now on Sijin, trying to make a finish, make it uncomfortable as he can for Kuran.
Easton, I feel this is the time for him to be more active than this. I'd be either looking to finish that choke a little more aggressively or really trying to throw some blows because he needs a finish, I think.
Time running short for Chase Easton. Can he finish this bout?
Sijin trying to wriggle his way up Easton's chest, and now he's turning into him. Now we're in a
Mount position now for
Elbows
Chase
coming.
Eastham. The Rooster looking for his opportunity to go to work. And back into the back mount position. Time is not on the side of Chase Eastham now. Kirian staying composed.
Eastham's doing a good job when Sijin tried to roll to turn in chest to chest, sticking to his back, which is sometimes difficult to do. And now he's worked chest to chest, and Sijin's recovered a guard. And maybe now he sweeps. Now he's back into control. Now he's into mount. That's a big turn of events right there.
Kirian enjoying top position. He's fallen into half guard spot.
Man, that was a great position that Eastham lost there, and that might be the difference in this fight. Another head and arm attempt here from Sijin. If he can clear that left leg and get over to the far side of us here.
Can Kirian seal the deal here with a final round submission?
And Sijin seems content to just hold him there and elbow that body, continue to work that body, and grind more clock from top position, which looks good to the judges.
Some short elbows there by Kirian. Then regains back to the position of control. Kirian now just coasting to a decision now, enjoying this top position. Has this fight in complete control.
Ooh.
Is he going to pick up the pace and finish it?
Oh, he's got a rear naked choke.
Can Sijin finish this choke now?
Eastham says he's good. Gives a thumbs up. Another short elbow from Sijin on top.
Will Kirian step on the gas and see if he can finish the double tough Chase the Rooster Eastham? Sijin now looking for top position. Will he rain down some punches? Pressure now by Kirian. Rear naked choke attempt.
Chase gives another thumbs up. He says he's good. But the problem is he's not getting any closer to winning this fight from right here.
Time running short for Eastham.
More of a survival mode than really looking to get up and do anything.
Does Eastham have one more flurry of explosion in his system to try to make a dramatic comeback?
Another good elbow from Sijin. Gives up on the choke, straight into the elbow.
Or will Kirian seal the deal? Finish from this mounted position, raining down punches now.
Locks up that body triangle.
10 seconds left. Kirian in a comfortable spot now.
Well, Todd, I would say I have a hard time seeing how the judges would score this Chase Eastham's way, but I thought that earlier in one of the amateur fights, and I was clearly mistaken. So we'll see what the referees think about or what the judges think about this. But to me, that's a clear win for Sijin Kuran.
A night of decisions here for Fury Fighting Championship. Our first pro bout of the evening between Sijin the Dirty Aladdin Kuran and Chase the Rooster Eastham goes to a decision.
Sijin looks like he could go another couple rounds, feeling good. Good performance. Eastham had some times where he was in a good spot and was unable to capitalize, and kudos to Sijin for fighting out of those spots.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Kirian looked awesome tonight. Coming off of a loss in his last fight, was looking to get back to his winning ways, and I think he was able to secure it tonight with a dominant victory here tonight over Chase Eastham. There was really no point of the fight that I didn't feel that Kirian was in control. They had a couple of scrambles here and there, but I never saw a point that Kirian was in deep trouble.
Maybe that one guillotine attempt in the second round where he kind of got bulldogged down by it was probably the closest thing to him being in danger, and he was able to survive that, and he ended up being on top after that exchange. So did a good job when he was when Eastham would have a mount, he was able to sweep, and when Sijin would get a mount, Eastham really didn't have an answer, and to me that's the difference in the fight. But you and I don't judge these fights. The official decision.
The scores of 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Sijin Kuran.
So, the Dirty Aladdin.
This time we were right.